Welcome. My name is Brother Obadiyah Ysrayl, and this is another video by Israylite Heritage. And this video is entitled, Why I Can't Be a Christian. So this is just a video message here, and in fact it is a series that you're going to soon see from many different members of Israylite Heritage. And it's just a small message here to explain why we don't consider ourselves Christians, why we are not followers of Christianity. Now, for myself personally, Obadiyah Ysrayl, I cannot be a Christian because, first of all, Christianity is not of the Bible. It's not. I mean, you can go through this book back and forth and back, and you will never find anything that promotes something called Christianity. Now, let's give a little history of this place, this philosophy called Christianity. Christianity comes from the Greek word Christianos, and it means to smear on. Now, when you read into some of the writings of the New Testament, you see that in a place called Antioch, which is a Greek city, this is where the apostles were called Christianos. They were called this title by the pagans of that city, because when the Most High Yah gave us this truth, He gave it to us as a way of life. He never applied a title to it like you do with religion. You know, Islam and Christianity, Buddhism, all those things. You give those names. But when Yah gave us this, He said, these are my laws. These are my statutes. These are my judgments and my commandments that I'm giving to you, and you are to make this the way of life. In fact, if you go to Acts chapter 24 and you read verse 14, you will see the apostle Shaul, who the world calls Paul. Look at what he says here. He mentions something very interesting. In Acts chapter 24, verse 14, Shaul says, "And this I confess to you, that according to the way which they call a sect, so I worship Yah my fathers, believing in all that has been written in the Torah and in the prophets." So right here I just want to point out something. Shaul said, I believe in everything that has been written in the Torah and in the prophets. So the Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible. It is called Torah because in Hebrew that means law or instruction. So Shaul said, I believe in all that and the prophets. So the Torah and the prophets are referred to today as the Old Testament. But what I wanted to point out here is that Shaul says, he mentions, and this I confess to you, that according to the way. The way was the name of the movement in that day. It was short for a set-apart way of life and the ways of Yah. Because Yah, the Most High, gave us a set-apart way of life, so we were followers of Yah's way. This was Yah's way. This is what Yah gave to us, and this was His way. He never referred to anything called Christianity. In fact, when you read that they were first called in Antioch, they were first called Christians. Once again, this was a title that was applied to them by the pagans, not by the Most High. The word Christianos or Christianity or even Christian is only mentioned 3 times in the Bible. Check all 3 times right there. That's it. That's the only time this phrase was mentioned. Never once did the Messiah say He was a Christian. Never once did the Father say Christians are my people. So this title, this philosophy, Christianity, which has come on the scene approximately, let's give it about 1,500 years ago, which is not of this book. Once again, when you look into the doctrine of Christianity, you cannot find it sustained in the Bible. For instance, the Messiah, this is what he said concerning the law. And what I just told you about the Torah, we see that Paul or Shaul never told you not to keep the law. See, Christianity speaks against the law of the Most High. They say that those who try to keep the law are called, what's that phrase, Judaizers or something like that, something they made up. But in fact, if you go to 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, it tells you that sin is the transgression of the law. The biblical definition of sin is the transgression of the law. So if you don't have no law, you have sin. And if Jesus has hung any commandments of the Father on the cross, then Jesus is a sinner, and those who follow Him are likewise. Matthew chapter 5, this is the Messiah speaking. And in verse 17 through 19, out of His own mouth, this is what He says. Now the word Messiah, it means anointed of Yah. You call Him the Christ. That's a Greek word that just means anointed. So he never went around calling himself a Christ. He went around saying, I am HaMashiach in Hebrew, which means the Messiah. The Messiah. M-E-S-S-I-Y-A-H. Messiah, anointed of Yah. That's who he was. So Matthew chapter 5, verses 17 through 19. And once again, I'm just giving you just a small overview of my personal views, why I am not a Christian, why I cannot be a Christian. I came from Christianity. That was the belief that I had grown up with. I was not a member of any denomination, but I came up with those traditional Christian beliefs. Oh, Jesus is Lord. Oh, the Trinity. All those things. And so I cannot conform my thoughts to that belief anymore because I found that it is contrary 100% to the scriptures. So if I'm going to be a man that's going to follow these scriptures, the word of Yah, if I'm going to be a man that's going to lead my family, and if Yah put me in a position to lead his flock, then I have to understand this truth that he has given to us. I can't understand it through the philosophy of Christianity because there's too many errors there. See, Christianity is a feel-good religion. There's no discipline in it because you've done away with the law. So you can do whatever you want. You can go in, they say that you can come into church, and then if you fall away, that's called backsliding. So you can backslide, left slide, up slide, down slide, electric slide. Whatever you want to do in Christianity is lawful because there's no law. If you say that the Messiah has nailed the law to the cross, which one, whoever says that is a liar and the truth is not in them. And two, if he has done that thing, then there's no law, there's no sin. So if there's no sin, then there's no way you can be judged. That means that Satan himself would not be judged if there's no sin, if there's no law. Because Satan himself is judged a sinner because what? He broke the law. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 through 19. So I just really want to hit this because we're going to have a series coming from Israylite Heritage called The Bible versus Christianity. And we're just going to really go into that, and we're going to hit it off as we did in our Shabbat class some months ago, just showing what the Bible teaches versus what Christianity says. There's a great difference between what the Bible teaches and what Christianity says. See, I'm approaching you now, my brothers and sisters, especially those of you that are in Christianity, as a brother. I'm not here to bash you. I'm here to bash Christianity. You understand? Because Christianity has been around before you was born, so you need to understand this goes deeper than just, this is what my mama gave me, this is what my father gave me, this is what grandma did. You understand? This is deeper than that because you know why? If grandma was wrong, then you're wrong. If father was wrong, then you're wrong. If mama was wrong, then you're wrong, and you're following after the traditions of men, which the Messiah spoke heavily against, when you are to be having your mind and focus on what thus says the Most High. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 through 19. I'm reading from the translation called the Scriptures. Do not think I came to destroy the Torah or the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy but to complete. Now what is he talking about here? Remember the Torah, first 5 books of the Bible. What did he say? He said, I did not come to destroy the Torah or the prophets. The Torah and the prophets, as I just explained to you, is what we call the Old Testament. Why? Because the writings of the prophets is where? Where's the book of Isaiah? Where's the book of Daniel? Where's the book of Jeremiah? Where's the book of Obadiyah? All of these books are considered in what you call the Old Testament, but really there's nothing old about it. There's nothing new about it. It's one continuous work that has been from everlasting to everlasting. It does not end. So he said that don't even think. He said don't even put this in your mind. Don't even make this a thought in your mind. Don't even think it. So if you don't think it, then you won't say it, because before you, when human speech is just first a thought. Human speech and language is only a way to verbalize human thought. So first it's a thought, then it becomes a speech. So he said don't even think it. So if you don't think it, don't even say it. Don't even say that he has come to destroy what's called the Old Testament. He said, I didn't come to destroy that, but I came to complete it. I came to fulfill it. Does it mean that he came to fulfill it and now it's over with? No, when he came to complete it, what did he come to complete? He came to complete your understanding of Torah, to give you the deeper meanings of the law. Let me continue. He says, for truly I say to you, till the heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle shall by no means pass from the law to all be done. He said, listen, because he's letting you know, I didn't come to do away with this. He said, until heaven and earth pass away. Hey, we're still on earth right now, right? I look up into the sky, still see the heavens. It's still here. Okay, let's continue. Whoever then breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does and teaches them shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So if you do this and teach this, teach his law, a law teacher like he was a law teacher. If you do this, then you shall be called great. But if you go against it, you shall be called the least, like Jesus teaches against. Now let me just show you what I'm talking about when he said I came to complete. He came to complete and to fulfill our understanding of Torah. He came to bring the spiritual, which is on the higher level. You got the physical right here, what you can see before your eyes, but there's a deeper understanding behind everything.